Hey, what's up, guys? So yesterday I took the LYFT mentor test. I was driving with the mentor, and it was pretty easy. It wasn't very hard at all. So what happens is once you upload all your information on the LYFT app or through email, they will notify you to take a test with the mentor and do the road test. So the problem I had for the longest was I had a Delaware license as opposed to a North Carolina license. So the biggest thing is, if you're gonna apply for LYFT, is you gotta have the in-state license of the city you're gonna be driving in. So if you have a Texas license, you want to drive in California, you gotta change over your license to a California. So what was holding me back the most was having a different license. So once I got that taken care of, I emailed them my new license number, my new North Carolina license number, and then they responded and said, hey, you're ready to take a LYFT mentor test. So once that happens, you'll notice your app, as soon as you go back into your app, it'll automatically pop up, hey, you're ready for a mentor, call a mentor. So you could watch the little mentor video on the website, and it'll tell you, like, make sure you have your insurance. You don't need your registration, you need your insurance and your driver license. So you make sure your car is clean, and you go on the app, like if you're gonna drive, but instead of you actually driving, you're gonna call the drivers, and the driver closest to you will call you and say, hey, I see that you're ready for a ride. My name's so-and-so, let's meet up here. So he'll give you his location and you meet up with him. So I called the mentor, and she said, hey, do you have your paperwork and is your car clean? And I was like, yeah, the inside of my car is clean. And the outside was okay. I was gonna take it to the car wash, but it had started raining. So I was like, hey, well, it was raining earlier today. I cleaned it, but it started raining and kind of messed up. It got messed up again. And she was like, oh, it's cool, don't worry about it. So I kind of got away with like not cleaning the outside, but it's whatever. So anyways, I get there and she just takes pictures of the car. The inside's clean. She takes pictures of my driver license and insurance. And then with the mentor ride, you're basically pretending that the mentor is a customer, and they're evaluating, your driving habits, and if the car is mechanically sound, not that it just looked good, but it performs, and it's not like squeaky brakes or broken lights or nothing like that. And as you're driving them around to whatever location, she only made me drive like 10 miles. So as she's making you drive around, she's telling you like the ins and outs, and you can ask them questions. And the lady told me that she does it full time. So yesterday was Tuesday, and she told me that she started at 7:30, and that she usually does from 7:30 till 6. So as a LYFT driver, you can only be on or stay on driver mode for 12 hours straight, which is, I didn't know there was a limit, but I mean 12 hours a day, I mean that's a good workload without taking a break. So I think you have to take a 2-hour break, and then you can do another 12 hours if you want. So she said if you stay on for 12 hours, the app will automatically shut down, but most people will probably just be doing it, part-time, 2, 3, 4 hours here and there. So she was telling me like that. She showed me an area of the maps and how to find the other drivers around you, and how not to be so clustered. What else? She was, and then she told me how the pay schedule works. She told me how whatever you do Monday to Sunday, you get a report on Tuesday on what to expect the following Thursday. So you work Monday to Sunday, and you'll get paid the following Friday. But on Tuesday, you'll get a report of what to expect on Friday. But she said that they usually pay them early, so you'll get it on Thursday. So once again, you work whatever, all the lifts you do Monday to Sunday, you'll get paid Friday. So, you know, I didn't want to get too personal. Like, hey, you know, how much you make a week? You know, I asked, I kind of like rounded about the answer. So she said, I asked her, like, you know, how long you been doing it? And she said she's been doing it for 2 months full time, and she's done about 230 lifts. So she didn't tell me how much she made, but I figure, you know, 230 lifts and the average ride is, you know, $20. So if she's done 230 and the average lift is $20, for every 10 is $200. For every 100 is $2,000, right? So if she's done 200, that's 4,000 plus the other 30, which would equal 600. So like 4,600 for 2 months. So about, you know, 2,000 a month. But once again, she's doing it part-time, I mean full-time. She works from like 7 to 6. So it's not, you know, it's not bad. Probably once, it depends on the area, but the biggest thing she said is that she never drives at night. When the sun comes at 6, like, she stops. So if you go to the app and you look at the schedule, obviously Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, you know, after 9, 10, you know, at night, you know, that's where the most money is in. And she doesn't do that. She doesn't ride, I mean, she doesn't drive during the heavy traffic areas, I mean times. So I mean, she's doing it full time, but to counter the way how much money she's making, she's really not driving on the busiest times. So I thought, you know, that's something to look at as well, because I plan on driving Thursday, Friday, Saturday night, and she only drives, you know, in the morning to evening as opposed to the night. So that's something to look at too. But for 2 months, I mean, it's all right. I mean, especially you don't got a boss per se, and you can stop and go and drive as you choose. So it doesn't sound too bad, especially with the competition that Uber is offering. You know, I didn't really ask her about Uber. I wasn't trying to get, you know, but yeah, I mean, the LYFT mentor ride, you know, if you watch the video, it's pretty much going to tell you what to expect. The video on the LYFT website, as well as, you know, and it was cool. It was easy. You just gotta pretend she's a customer, and you talk to them, you ask questions. What do you think about this and that? And the biggest question I had was, if you're driving, you'll navigate. You're navigating, and if you're driving, it's very possible to lose signal on your phone, and what's going to happen. So basically, the person will request you pick them up, and as I was driving her, I was using a navigation system, and my navigation stayed online, but I lost connection with the app. So even though I lost connection with the app, by the time I finally got to the destination, you get to the destination, and I couldn't reconnect, because I was like behind like some building and some trees, and I just couldn't get signal. So I put drop. It wouldn't let me drop her off. It'll say drop off, and then lost connection. So you would drop the customer off, and once I drove a couple blocks down the road, I got reconnected. And even though I had lost signal with the LYFT app, I got reconnected, and I put drop off, and then it calculates from where you started the lift, where you started the ride, to where you ended the ride. So even though you lost connectivity midway through the ride, it's not like you're gonna lose, you know, the whole ride. Like they're still gonna calculate where you started and where the end point of the address the person gave you at the end of the app. So I was kind of like, skeptical, like, I'm gonna drive 20 miles, whatever, and I'm only gonna get paid for 5 because I lost connectivity 5 miles into it. And what the LYFT app does, the server does, is they're gonna say, this is where you picked up so-and-so, and this is the end address they put to be dropped off, and that's where you dropped them off, and they're gonna calculate for that. So it's still a good deal. It's not that bad. And other than that, she also said if you go pick somebody up, if they're gonna cancel, they usually cancel within the first minute. But it is possible to where you drive 10-15 minutes to the person's house, and then you're standing there, you're sitting out there for like 5 minutes, and they don't show up. She said put the arrive button, give it 2-3 minutes. The person's probably still getting ready, and after 3 minutes, give them a call. Hey, I'm out here, and if they don't answer, or you've been sitting there for 3-5 minutes, just put a cancel no show, and LYFT will give you $5. So $5, it's okay for your time, for the 15 or 20 minutes you wasted, but it's better than nothing. And she said that before they wouldn't even reimburse you for the time. So as far as cancellations and losing connectivity, you're not gonna take a big L. You're not gonna not get paid for your efforts. So that was reassuring. But as far as the LYFT, the actual mentor ride, it was pretty easy. So once again, like, check the video. It's like a 3-minute video on the LYFT website for the mentor. It was very easy. And I think after that, she said as far as after you do their mentor ride, it could take anywhere from 3 weeks to a week for them to do your background check. But once again, every city is different, and everybody's background check is different. So hopefully, a week from now, I'll be on the road. So see ya.